Hi, and welcome to 3 Ways to Elevate Your Life in 2016. I really wanted to bring this video to you before the new year actually came so that you could really get a feeling around a mindset that's really going to bring an abundance in your year this year. And the way to do that is to look at your belief systems. And a lot of people say, I don't know what that is. I don't know what I carry with me. And I'm going to say, let's look at these 3 areas. And they're going to be first is setting an intention. When you set an intention, I want you to think about what statement that is that you need in your life that creates the feeling that you need in your life. So, do you need to feel more love? Do you need to feel more energy? Do you need to feel more calm? You want to look at the feeling that you're trying to get out of this intention. So, it starts with what you're looking for a feeling, and then from that, you're going to say, how do I create that? So for me, I wanted to feel a more sense of calm in 2016. And the way for me to access that calm is to access clarity. That means I want to find more clarity in my business. I want to find more clarity in my family. I want to find more clarity in everything that affects my life. So it can really sort of spill out onto everything when you set that intention. And then intention begins with the feeling. So once you find that feeling and you set that intention, you are ready to go on to step number 2. So we want to look at declaring your mantra. So that means I welcome change. And the reason this is a universal mantra is because change is universal. And there is nothing that change should represent to be scary. There's nothing about change that should mean not or can't. It is all about yes and bring it to me. And so the mantra of change means I want change in everything I do with my intention. Because when we are really aligned with what we're seeking, we can make decisions very fast. And we can see things that come at us throughout the day, and we can create a lot of clarity around that. Because when you know what you're seeking, you tend to really look at your decisions in a different manner. So when you think of change as being difficult, when you look at information that comes at you throughout the day and you want to take a step back and say, how do I want to respond to that? How do I feel about that? Because I have a choice. So I really want you to look at change as an empowering gift for you, and that within that change is your power to choose, so that you get to continually move toward the mantra and get closer to that intention that you're seeking. And then the final thing with making change is that you must have a list, almost like prioritizing the pieces in your life that want your attention. So do you want to think about money? Do you want to make more? Do you want to look at how you prioritize the organization in your home? I want you just to make all the things in your life that you want to change. So do you always want to drive in a clean car? Make that a part of your list. Do you always want to walk into a really clean kitchen? How can you organize your kitchen to make it look beautiful and clean and organized for you? Do you want to open up your social life a little bit differently to have access to more people that are more like you? Do you want to go out there and meet more people? Put that on your list. Make that a part, because at the very top of that list, remember, you're seeking that intentional feeling. I want to know what in your life could help that, inform that creative reality. And the way to do that is to really look at specifics in your life. So that list becomes really important. What can I put on my list that means beautiful change? What can I put on my list that I require to have differently in my life, so that you are really aware and present to when you're ready to make choices around these things? I keep this a little vague because it's really important to know that this system that you're creating right now, these 3 areas in your life for 2016, continually evolve. And what I mean by that is, once you open up the doors to access more of the feeling that you start to get, that you have really put out there, you're going to start seeing more opportunities to step into some more clarity. And when that happens, your changes and your shifts of perspective change with it. So your particular list is really meaningful to you. It doesn't really need to be shared with anybody else, other than if you have people that need to help you with it, other than if you need other sort of sources to sort of make that list a reality. So those are my three things that I think are really important to start with. They're mindsets. This isn't a lot of paperwork, but you know what's really interesting is when you start looking at that feeling you want to get, you may want to start writing things down. And when you start making that list out, you really may want to make a list 4 or 5 times, because when you top that list with your top 3, top 5 priorities on that list, it may change and shuffle a little bit, and that's okay, because you're going to continually gain access to the clarity that you need in your life and what's unique to you. So let's start there. Let's start the conversation about what it means to elevate your life, and I want you to try to really get that nailed down. So you know where to find me, Karen Malone Life Coaching. I'm on Facebook, and you can see my website. Anytime you want to reach out, personal message me, no problem. I would love to hear from you. I hope you find this video helpful, and I would love to have your feedback about what you could use more of and how I can be a supportive coach to you. So on with your day. Namaste.